Hello everyone, Glenda Mollet here, and I'm in my craft room stamping with you today. I'm going to show you how to make this side step card. It's one of my April 2021 monthly club cards, and I hope you enjoy it. I just realized I didn't even get my machine out, so I apologize. Have a look at the card while I get it. Doesn't matter how many times I think I'm ready. There's always something I forget. Okay, so this card uses the Hydrangea Hill designer paper. So there's very little stamping to be done on it. It has a lot of pieces. So the sentiment comes from the art gallery stamp set. The stamping on the inside and on the envelope is in the Beauty Abounds stamp set. I'm using the Garden Gateway dies and the Butterfly Beauty dies that coordinate with the Beauty Abounds stamp set. Okay. So let's get started and do some stamping. Okay, so I'm going to need that. And then in your kit, if you're part of the club, there is this piece of white, which is 2 1/4. Where's my... Don't remember. It's 4 by 2 1/4. Anyways, it's the one that layers with that piece of black. There it is, 4 by 2 1/4. Okay, so those are the three things that we need to stamp. So I'll just get these out of the way. We'll do this stamping and then we'll start assembling. Okay, so I need Memento ink and a happy birthday. And I'm just going to stamp that right here. And because the stamp is see-through, it's easy to do once your die cut has been made. So we'll just put that up there. Now, I'm going to, this is Gorgeous Grape. And I'm going to ink up this. I don't know what I'm going to do when this stamp set retires at the end of April in 2021, because I use this a lot for insides. I really like the image for inside of a card. Yeah, I just get out my dirty paper so I don't get my grid paper dirty. There we go. Lift that up. And then I'll do the same, same thing on my envelope. Here we are, and that's all the stamping done. Okay, put this away. Don't want to lose my bow here. Okay, so we're going to layer this piece of white that I stamped on. I'm going to layer that onto the basic black. And this is for the inside of the card. So I'm just going to pop that on there. Just some Stamp and Seal. And now that's going to go flat onto the inside of the card. Once again, using my Stamp and Seal. Get out my card base. So this is the card base, and it sits like that. The little, the narrower fold is in the front. When you open it up, this is the inside here. So I'm just going to lay that down flat as I can, and we'll put this in here like this. There we go. So there's the inside done. Fold that all up again. And I'm going to have to die cut that and die cut that. And these two pieces as well. But I'll layer these all together and get them put on so that they're out of the way. So this one layers onto the black. So this designer paper measures 2 3/4 by 3 7/8, and it's layering onto a piece of basic black that's 2 3. Wait, it is 4 by 2 7/8. And this is for the right hand side of the card. And then I have a piece of black that is 2 3/8 by 4 1/8. And I'm going to layer a piece of designer paper that is 2 3/4 by 3 7/8, or not. Two 1/4 by 4, and it's layering onto a piece of black that is 4 1/8 by 2 3/8. There, I got the pieces right. Now, if you belong to my club, you will have gotten the recipes and the folding and scoring and cutting instructions for the easel card. If you are watching this a year from now, because that's when I make my club videos public, and you have any questions, please email me at gjmollet@shaw.ca and make sure you quote number 3947 and April club cards. Otherwise, I won't know what card you're asking about, because it will be a long while from now. Maybe I'll see if I can add I don't know whether you can add files to a YouTube video. I'll have to look into that. I might be able to just add the file, a link to the file in the comments section. I should be able to do that. Okay, I'm just going to make myself a note, because otherwise that's not going to enter my mind again when I need it to. Add recipe tutorial link to video. There. Maybe I'll remember to do that. Okay, so I just added my ribbon down towards the bottom. It's a bow made out of the gorgeous grape satin ribbon or something it's called. And when I do this, I always put it on with tear and tape. Put it under a strip underneath, wrap the ribbon around both sides, and then it sits there and doesn't move. And then I put some over the top, and that way it doesn't move anywhere. And you never lose your bow off of your card if you do it this way. It never moves, it never falls off. Okay, just adding a little bit of stamp seal on there. Now this is going to go onto the front of the card. Oops, come on. There we go. The card base is right here. And this goes on this side. like that. There we go. Okay, now this one is going to go here. So when you get ready to put it on, you can line the black up with the white right at the very top like that, or you can move this down and line the black and the black up. Either way works. So what you do is you line it up where you want it to be, and then hold it, flip it over, and use a pencil and put a mark on there. Because you only want to put adhesive on the bottom half of that. Otherwise, you'll have adhesive sticking out and it will stick to everything and it won't. Yeah, you'll have adhesive where you don't want it. So just at the bottom, like that. And then I'm going to slip it back in there, like this. Center it sideways. Line it up where I want it. Get it all ready to go before I push it. Sorry, you're probably not seeing that. So I'm lining this all up. Got the top even. I've got it centered this way. I got it where I want it, and I'm pushing it down and adhering it. So you don't want your adhesive up here. You just want it down on this part where it sticks. And I'm not worried about where this is down here, because that you're not going to see that when the card is folded. Okay, so now we have to put these pieces together. These are for the 2 small folds on the front. And this is Purple Posy, which is retiring in less than a month, and I'm going to miss it drastically because it's one of my all-time favorite Stampin' Up! Colors. But there's coming out with a new light purple in the new in colors called Fresh Freesia, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Okay, so we'll put this right onto the card base. Now, if you're part of my club, you live out of town, your catalogs are being mailed to you by Stampin' Up!, hopefully soon. And if you are local, as soon as I get them in my hot little hands and have them ready for you, I will let you know, and you can come and pick them up. And if you are not part of my club and you live in Canada and you don't already have a demonstrator, whenever you are watching this, if you want catalogs, a catalog, email me or look me up in Facebook. But this is my email address, and if email me and we'll make arrangements to get one off to you. Okay, so there's the card. Now I have to do some die cutting to make the rest of the pieces. Okay, let me get my platform out here. All right, so in the die set, there is 2 different sprays. On this card, I used a long one and a short one, but when I made this card, I used 2 long ones, and I prefer the 2 long ones. I think that one is a little bit too short. So I'm going to do 2 of the long ones right now. I just have to run one through because you only get one of those dies. Get rid of that before it interferes with my die cutting. I'll just put this one back. Okay, and then I have this is part of the Love You Always foil in the Sahara Sand color, and I'm going to die cut it with this. And then I have some butterflies to cut. Now the butterflies are in the Butterfly Beauty Dies, and you want one that is shaped like that for up at the top of the arch, and then you want two the sideways ones. Now there's kind of two different types of butterflies, and there's thin ones and thick ones, because this is the die set that has the thick and the thin, but just use whatever you want. I'm not really paying attention to what I grabbed there. And I'll just run that through my machine. There we are. I'm going to have to cut another one of these. So I'll just pop that out. I don't like running, when I die cut something and I have to do another one, I don't like running them back through the machine again, because it tends to flatten them, and then they don't look nice. So I'll just take off the, I'm going to get rid of these pieces. You're probably looking at my plates thinking I need new ones. And you're right, I probably do, but this one I keep for the bottom. And if you keep a bottom one specifically for bottom and one specifically for the top, then you're going to end up with your bottom one being flatter, and you get longer use out of it. I'm just running that through with the take your pick tool. And this die sometimes is a little tricky getting your pieces out because they didn't put any holes in there. So you just kind of got to dig down in the corner and pop it out. Once you get it started, it comes out really easily. Okay, so now I have a piece of white, and I'm going to cut another one. Now you can use either regular white or the thick white. So I'll run those through. And I'll just take those off. Okay, so I'm going to save that piece because I can use that for something else. And we'll just get rid of these pieces into the garbage. Oh, mess under here. Okay, so I have that one. And then I'll keep that for something else. Do the same thing with this one. And just dig in the corner there. There we are. So I'm done with that die. And all those little pieces. Get rid of that. I'm going to pop this out of here. Put that die back so I don't lose it. There we go. Now there's a couple of one little piece that needs persuasion to come out of the middle there. Okay, there's those done. Now deal with the butterflies. I didn't put adhesive sheet on here, but I probably should have on the back of the Sahara sand foil. Would have been smart, because it will be easier than I have to put Tombow on there now, because I'm going to layer the white one at the back of the foil one so that it's strong because it's going to be standing up by itself. And the foil is fine. You don't need you don't really need the extra piece on there, but I just like to make sure that it's not going to fall apart. Okay, put my 1 butterfly and 2 butterflies, and here's the 3rd one. Now I could have put adhesive sheet, oops, I didn't get the pieces out of there. I could have put adhesive sheet on this piece of foil. This is also part of the Love You Always foil in the Rococo Rose color. And I could have put adhesive on there, but the issue is that you can't cut the one that fits at the top of the arch. You can't cut that off with adhesive on it because it has to move. And if you have adhesive on the back there, when you close it, it's going to stick your card closed. So yeah, you don't want that. Okay, so now I'm going to get my Tombow out. And if you don't have Tombow, you can use the fine tipped glue pen would work too. And I'm just going to put a thin line of Tombow on the back of the foil one, so I can attach the white one to it. Of course, my Tombow now stopped working. Come on. And then I'm going to set this aside to dry, because the Tombow, when it dries, when the Tombow dries, it dries tacky. So it makes really good little teeny tiny glue dots. There. I'll put that. My scissors. I don't get glue all over myself. Put that over there out of the way to dry. And I'm going to put some glue on the back of each of these butterflies. I think. If I can make it come out, there it is. Just little tiny dots. And those will go off to dry. That, and then right in the middle of this one, like that. Okay, I still need to put a little bit of Tombow on the back of this, so I'm just going to use the white one as my guide. And when you put it on there, I put it on and then I flip it over. I use my pencil and kind of mark where it's going to be on there, so I know where to put my glue. So that's that one. It's going to have glue right here. So somewhere where you've got your marks, inside the marks is where your glue is going to go. And then that will dry. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Put it approximately where I want it. Turn it over. My marks on there. Get some glue so that it will stick when I put it on there. Come on, out. And you don't need too much. You don't want to make it only 2 little tiny spots that it's going to attach to your trellis. Okay, I'll put that off to the side. Now, where did my happy birthday go? Oh, I lost my sentiment. It's got to be in here somewhere. There it is. So I'm just going to put some, oh no, right onto my butterflies. Uh-oh. Come on, get off my finger. Okay, I'm going to put dimensionals on the back of the sentiment here. Like that. And stick it onto the card. Oop. Goes right there like that. Okay, let's see if our gate is dry enough to put the white on. Yeah, and you can see now it's gone clear instead of white. And then this just lines up at the bottom there like that. And they just fit together perfectly. There. Okay, so now to put it on here, you only want to put adhesive on that much of it. Ooh, weird mark on there. It's almost like it's had glue on it. Oh well, I'm not going to sweat it. Okay, so put it on here upside down. Stick it where you want it. And just mark where the cardstock-ish is going to be, because we have to put more Tombow on here. And you don't want to have the Tombow too high or you'll end up sticking your card together. Just going to put a little bit of Tombow on here. Just like that. Oops, too much. Okay, so now that goes down on here like that. And I didn't let that dry, so I just have to hold it for a couple of seconds. And then when you fold this, come on, thank you. When you fold this, there's your arch sitting there like that. Now take my 2 leaves and put them on. Oh, apparently I got that over too far. Okay, let's put one on. And then we'll put the other one on. And then I'm just going to trim off the stems at the top. I don't know where they went, but there they are. Okay, now this butterfly, that one, goes right in the center there. And then take one of the sideways ones, put it down here. And then we'll take the other sideways one. It's got something on it. There we are. I don't know what that is, but get rid of it. and then just tuck it in here at the top. And there's your card. Isn't that cute? So there we are. There's another card. It's called a sidestep card, using Grace's Garden bundle and the Beauty Abounds bundle. I hope you enjoyed the card. Thank you so much for spending time with me in my craft room today. Stamp and smiles, and bye for now.